Hey Knights! In this week's Mission Moment, we will be learning about Saint Andre Bessette. Alfred Bessette was born in Quebec on August 9, 1845, and he was orphaned by the time he was 12. He had to work to support himself and had little formal education, but from an early age he had a lively faith and a strong devotion to Saint Joseph. After a few years trying to find work in the United States, he returned to Quebec. There, his childhood pastor encouraged him to consider a vocation to religious life. Despite being poor in health, with the assistance of the Archbishop of Montreal, he received entrance into the Holy Cross Novitiate on December 27, 1870.
In his time at Holy Cross, Alfred took the name Andre and was assigned as doorkeeper of Notre Dame College in Montreal. Many people began to experience physical healings after praying with Brother Andre, and his reputation as a healer began to spread. He knew that the real source of these miraculous cures was Saint Joseph's intercession. His desire to increase devotion to Saint Joseph inspired him to found a shrine to his favorite saint across the street from Notre Dame College. This shrine opened on October 19, 1904, and in 1909, Brother Andre was released from his duties as doorkeeper and assigned full-time as the caretaker of the oratory of Saint Joseph. He became known as the Miracle Man of Montreal, and thousands of miraculous healings were attributed to his intercession over the following decades.
Brother Andre died on January 6, 1937, at the age of 91. On October 17, 2010, St. Andre Bessette became the first saint of the Holy Cross congregation when he was canonized by Pope Benedict XVI. On this day, the Church recognized that God chose a very simple man for a remarkable life of service to the Church. He had previously been beatified by Blessed John Paul II on May 23, 1982. His feast day is January 6th.
Happy New Year, Knights, and welcome back. We hope you all had an amazing break. I'm Sally Pinkert, and today is Friday, January 8th, 2021, and I'm here with our first NDTV of the new year. Let's check in with Anthony to see what we have for today.
Thanks, Sally. Hey everyone, welcome back. Anthony Ezike here, and upcoming stories include highlights from the holiday drive-thru on campus, a baseball player and his love for the game, and our Knights 2021 New Year's resolutions. Stay tuned, Knights, we're just getting started. ASB and the faculty spent many weeks before break preparing for the Candy Cane Lane drive-thru. I got to experience it firsthand and feel the spirit of the holidays before they even came. Let's check it out. Welcome back, Knights, and happy 2021. I hope you and your family had an amazing holiday season and a joyful and relaxing winter break. I know I did, because I started off mine by attending the ND Candy Cane Lane drive-thru. Check it out. When we first arrived, we were really impressed with all the decorations and lights that we saw at the entrance. Besides the standard Christmas lights, the school even featured artwork that paid homage to iconic Christmas films, like Frosty the Snowman. Further along in the drive-thru, you got to see and experience even more Christmas movie tributes, from a screening of The Nightmare Before Christmas to a recreation of a Home Alone scene. We saw presents lined up for all the good boys and girls, glowing reindeers ready to fly, and what's Christmas at Notre Dame without the nativity story? It was really heartwarming to see all the cars that drove through and our ambassadors preparing the Christmas gift shirts for the class of 2025. My favorite part was most definitely seeing our favorite teachers throwing a snowball fight and seeing who made it on the naughty and nice list. From the cheerful Christmas music, amazing decorations, and merry ambiance, our ASB did it again. The ND Candy Cane Lane drive-thru was a hit, and I was so happy I was able to attend. Thanks again to Mr. Thomas, Miss Paterius, and all of ASB for doing such a remarkable job on the Christmas drive-thru. If you attended, I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. And if you didn't, there's always next year. This has been Anthony Ezike signing out for NDTV.
Thank you, Notre Dame, for the holiday-filled experience. We can't wait for the next drive-thru. The pandemic has changed the way we live life, but ND athletes continue to put the work in. We decided to interview senior Jack Snyder to see how his baseball career has been affected. Let's take a look.
The sports world is full of colorful characters, so it's no surprise that personality profiles are a staple of sports. Whether it's a coach or a young athlete on the rise, some of the best profiles can be found on ND sports teams. For example, Jack Snyder is a pitcher for the Notre Dame varsity baseball team. We got the chance to interview one of Notre Dame's baseball coaches, Mr. LaFace, and one of Jack's personal coaches, Coach Goose, to get insight on what it's been like coaching Jack. Let's see what they had to say.
What does Jack bring to the team?
So, Jack he's our ace. He's the leader of a very talented staff, including, Kyle Ayers, DJ Cameron, Angela Alamon, Cole Clark, but he's our ace. He's the guy that we're going to throw out the first of every series, and he's going to face off against the other team's best pitcher, and we feel good about him giving us a chance to win every time he's on the mound.
Jack's just the type of player that's going to do anything possible to help the team win. If there's a big game, he's going to want the ball, and he's going to give it everything he has every time.
What is one thing about Jack that stands out amongst other players?
So, just been really proud of how Jack has continued to progress and get better throughout his time here at Notre Dame. He's someone who was thrown into some big situations early on, 2 years ago as a sophomore, and he did very well in those opportunities.
For me, just seeing the way he competes, whenever there's people watching him, he really shows up and turns it on a little bit extra.
Jack has played for Notre Dame for all 4 years. With his pitching skills, he was asked to play varsity during the summer of his freshman year and officially moved up to varsity for his sophomore year. He recently committed to Texas Tech last September. Let's talk to Jack and hear more about his life in baseball.
How did you start playing baseball?
It's funny, my kindergarten teacher actually suggested it to my parents after she watched me throw rocks across the playground every day. So yeah, that led to my father taking me out to the park and playing catch with me, and it became an everyday thing.
How did you develop a passion for baseball?
I think I always had a love for the game, but as I watched the 2012 Yankees like Derek Jeter and CC Sabathia, I think I created a passion for the game even more, and having my father be a pitcher, we really bonded in that way, and I think it created a love for the game.
Where do you hope to see yourself in the future?
I'm planning to go to Texas Tech next year to further my baseball career and work on every aspect of myself. And hopefully after that I can play at the professional level, but I'm just trusting God and using the gifts He's given me.
Whether it's on the field or off, Jack keeps a hard-working and determined mindset, allowing him to be successful and score himself college offers. We can't wait to see what the future has in hold for Jack and Notre Dame baseball. I'm Jan Mendoza, reporting for NDTV.
That was an amazing story. Thank you again, Jack, for allowing us to spotlight you this week. As we enter into this new year, we have high hopes that all of our lives will improve. To help better ourselves every year, we create New Year's resolutions, whether we follow through with them or not. We got to check in with some of our Knights to see what their 2021 resolutions had in store. Take a look.
Hi Knights, it's Katie Ogolnik, and now that it's 2021, new goals are in action. Let's find out what some of our Knights' New Year's resolutions are.
My New Year's resolution is to keep working out often and to stay healthy.
This year, my New Year's resolution is to read more books.
And to also create a new startup business.
My New Year's resolution is to be more present and positive.
My New Year's resolution is to try to stay positive and to focus on myself more, because I think that's the most important thing that we should be doing.
My New Year's resolution is to learn something new every day.
Hi, I'm Lila. My New Year's resolution this year is to try and stop procrastinating.
Hi, my name is Garen, and my New Year's resolution is to become more independent.
My New Year's resolution for 2021 is to spend more time with family.
My New Year's resolution is to become the best version of myself and to just go off of last year's achievements and to set new goals and just achieve those goals this year.
My New Year's resolution for 2021 is to do things that scare me.
My New Year's resolution is to read more books and spend less time on my phone.
My New Year's resolutions are to eat healthier and be more productive in my free time.
My name is Matthew, and my New Year's resolution is to become a better listener.
Hello everybody, Mr. Spelta here.
My New Year's resolution is to find the exact value of the number pi. Actually, that's no good. No, forget that. I don't want to do that. My actual New Year's resolution is to become the next host of Jeopardy! Isosceles triangles for $200, Mr. Spelta. Don't forget to answer in the form of a question.
Wow, Knights, it was really amazing to hear everyone's New Year's resolutions, and I know it really inspired me to think about what I'm going to try to do better this year. This has been Louisa Binder signing out for NDTV.
Wow, those are some inspirational resolutions. I can't wait to see what this year has in store. As we close, we want to remind everyone to stay safe during this crazy time. We are so excited to be back this year, Knights. I'm Sally Pinkert.
And I'm Anthony Ezike. Have an extraordinary weekend, Knights.